Vision. I'm Melanie. Thanks so much for clicking. To my returning family, the Visionaries, thank you for continuous love and support. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please feel at home. If you enjoy my content, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button, and please don't forget to like and share. If you take a look across the globe, things are evolving and changing at a very fast rate. But the one thing that's for sure is the population is aging. Youth are starting to play a vital role in so many different areas, in business, in education, and definitely in leadership. Yes, leadership, believe it or not. And I've been paying very close attention to South Africa as they prepare for the elections in 2024. Youth is going to be playing a big role, especially at the ballot boxes. So I've been paying close attention to the way that the political parties are utilizing youth. And I was watching the ANC, and they obviously are not winning on campuses, and I wanted to find out why. I listened to a lot of videos of the youth leaders of the ANC, and they feel that there's a need for them to be part of the decision-making process with the ANC, to be part of the ministries, to be part of the committees, and also some of the councils, being ministers. They actually claim they need 50% of the ANC party to be youth in order to move forward.
Social media war that is playing out between ANC Youth League President Colin Malachi and the party's national chairperson, Gwede Mantashe. It comes after he told the Young Lions to focus on winning SRC elections at tertiary institutions instead of demanding 50% youth representation in Parliament. ANC Youth League spokesperson Zama Kanyase joins us now for more on that. Zama, good to have you, and thank you very much for your time. It was at the 2019 Manifesto Review in the Eastern Cape over the weekend, where the chairperson, national chairperson of the African National Congress, said the ANC Youth League is going to lose campuses to the EFF because your focus kwizinto ezinganifuniyo nina. You must accept that elders are here. We are in control. We are not here holding positions for you. What did you understand that statement to me?
Greetings. Thank you for having us as the ANC Youth League. We are yet to try and unpack what is it that the National Chairperson meant, and we have requested, or we are in the process of organizing a meeting with him over the weekend so that we get to understand the background of what he was saying. But if I can just take from what you have just reminded us of in terms of his remarks, as the ANC Youth League, we have a twin task, and one of them is to champion all interests of young people. As he's talking about the SRC elections that we're losing, as the ANC Youth League, we are of the view that part of the reasons why we have these challenges is because of some of the resolutions of the ANC that need to be implemented. And if we are to win over the support of young people, we need to be there in the echelons of power. We need to be part of policy making. We need to be part of implementing resolutions of the ANC so that we regain the trust of young people on the ground. Our country is getting younger and younger every day, and that tells you that even the leadership as well needs to be young. Even people who are holding key positions in government and otherwise need to be young people. And on the ground anyway, it has been said, young people have voiced out that they want young people to be part of the process.
So you are saying the reason why you as a progressive youth collective are failing to win key elections is because you are not in charge of the policies of the country.
We are not in charge of implementing them and shaping government, because the ANC, remember, already has progressive policies. Ours now is just to implement them in government. But we are saying yes. If you look at the issue of NSFAS, those are part of the issues that have been raised by students, that they are unhappy about how the process is running. As the ANC ourselves, we've begun the process of engaging the Minister of Higher Education. We had a meeting with him recently, and we are hoping that in our follow-up we'll have progress, because there is progress. And that tells you that indeed the voice of young people is needed at that level.
Why? Well, this is easy, because currently the students on campuses don't relate to the policies and procedures the ANC have put forward. They can't connect to this. because they don't see that they're aligned. So they're not going to vote for those people on campus because they feel the student leaders don't have a say in making any policies or procedures. So why would they vote them in? They also shared their concerns that the ANC is elderly and that they're aging out. They see the value in having leadership help educate and train them to be leaders, but they also see that their finger isn't on the pulse. They're not listening to what the youth need. And they know moving forward, the youth are the future.
Person who's suffering in some way will understand. Of course, there can be many things that can be explained as to why there's at times a slow process in terms of implementing of some policies. But we believe that if we have young people in these key positions, then they can attempt to at least move with speed. And they can also bring in new ideas as to how we can make sure that we speed up the process.
Well, your president doesn't say that. Your president seems to be saying something else. He says, we do not expect from Mantashe, but he is just panicking. His time is up. He's been there for too long, lost touch with reality. The Youth League is here to take over. And that's the position of the Youth League, that the elders have lost touch with reality and their time is up, basically.
Any young person can listen to what the utterances of the chairperson would feel that way. I think the president is reflecting on what young people are feeling currently on the utterances that were made. Because anyone who still believes that young people should just focus on other things other than getting into key positions of government, then indeed that individual needs to self-introspect and be in touch with reality. And the reality is that the majority of voters who are going to vote in the upcoming elections are young people, and they'll be expecting an outcome that is going to mirror who and what they are, which is young people of South Africa who are seeking opportunities, who are qualified, who are ready, who want to be part of the process.
How do you strike a balance between the old guard that, yes, admits there has to be a youthful gelling with the old within the party, and not necessarily in support and together with you on a youth takeover?
Well, I think the problem starts there. We have been misquoted, and I think really our comrades need to calm down, because if they calm down, then they will begin to listen to what the ANC has said. The ANC has said we would want 50% of youth representation. And why would we say that? It simply means that we understand that we can't have a total takeover now. We need the other 50% to be those with experience in government so that we can learn from them. The NCUT, yes, has said we do want some ministry offices, but we also have said that we are ready to be deputy ministers, we are ready to be part of or members of parliament so that we can learn from those who have experience. But what we are unaccepting of is a situation where it is said that learn from the sidelines. You can't learn when you're not part of the process. You can't bring in your ideas if you are not in the decision-making platforms.
I found it interesting the ANC youth leadership talks about economic inclusion as well as nationalizing banks, similar to what EFF is saying, but yet different. They see this is what the youth wants, so of course they're talking about it, but they also see that they have a lot of work ahead. When I listened to a video by the chairperson of the ANC, you could tell that the elders of the ANC were definitely not on the same page. They encouraged them to win elections, to campaign and focus, without realizing the reason why they're not going to win at the universities is because they do not understand, their policies are not aligned with what the youth want. The EFF has a People's Manifesto for the election. The ANC does not. The ANC is sticking with their manifesto because they think that what they're doing is fine. What I see the gaps here, especially with the youth, is the youth are tired of the same old. They want something new. They want to be part of the solution. They want to step forward and work collaboratively with the parties to make change. This is happening both in ANC and the EFF, but the difference is the EFF leaders are listening to the youth where the ANCs are not. I find it interesting to see all of this unfolding at the universities, but also it's going to be very interesting to see what the other political parties are doing in the way of youth and how it's going to work out at the ballot boxes, because this is where it'll count. And I think that without taking youth on board, there's going to be a vacuum because many members of the ANC who are in their 60s, 70s and up are going to be retiring sometime. And what's going to happen? There's going to be a vacuum if the youth are not trained and ready to take over. This is how political parties may collapse. So I'm hoping that they will listen to the youth, because truly the youth is the future, because they've got it down to a science. They listen, they have conversations, they work collaboratively to make changes. What are your thoughts? Have you listened to this? What are your thoughts about youth playing a role in the elections and in the future of South Africa? Do you think the ANC will come to terms and let the youth in? Or do you think they're stuck in their ways? Love to hear all your thoughts and ideas. Please drop them in the comments below and let's have a conversation. But of course, don't forget to hit that notification button and like and share. Until next time, we'll see you later. Bye.